same. I wanna see the lights on. When you look so good, look so fine, baby, you just blow my mind. Baby, you're the last thing that's playing on my mind. When I go to sleep tonight, baby, you'll be there in my head. You can keep me up all night. You light my fire, baby. I feel it burning higher when I'm in your eyes. You light my fire, baby. You make me feel like I'm levitating. Feel like I'm flying, baby. When I'm with you. Baby, I've been asking, begging you for more. 'Cause you just take my breath away. When you look so good, look so fine, baby, you just blow my mind. You've been my obsession.
The Atlanta Braves taking on the San Francisco Giants. All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. Ready to go here in game one. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jeremy Pena. And it's filled up. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. One down. Tyler Fitzgerald digs in now. Fitzgerald recently taking home Player of the Month honors.
And what a show he put on last month, Boo.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field, and it bangs off the foul pole, home run. He muscles that one out the opposite way. The Braves score first. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boo. We knew it wasn't coming back.
So one out, nobody on. Ronald Acuna Jr. next up for the Braves.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road. Stakes are high. Energy in the ballpark. And you help to quiet that down a little bit.
Swings and misses. And 2 away now. 2 outs. Base is empty. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Swings through that. 2 down. Base is empty. But 1 run across here in game 1 of the NLDS. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Atlanta draws first blood with a solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. And digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. And there's the ball.
That's outside. Ball.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Willie Adames stands in. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Over to second for one. On to Olsen. That's two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's Elliot Ramos. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1-2 is the count.
Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Murphy fires to first. That completes the strikeout. Game one of the division series. Here is Austin Riley. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. And that one is downstairs. Ball two.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year. It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
That one finds the zone, and the count is even 2-2. Now a screamer into the outfield, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Line drive, come on!
Tough play right there as he had to catch an absolute bolt off the bat from a close distance. He was holding that runner on at first, so he really had to get in a good.
That's strike three and the third out. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Now the Giants four-hitter, Ferrar Encarnacion. Here's a 1-1. This to third, Riley. Gets it to first. One up, one down. And here is Matt Chapman. Lopez fires. Late that time, and it's strike two.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Line drive. Makes the grab, and there's two gone. Mike Yastrzemski up here. Up the middle, sneaks through, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. Lined into right. And Acuna able to make the grab. So the Giants leave. Back here in San Francisco, here's the veteran outfielder, Alex Verdugo. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his sixth strikeout of the ball game. So digging in, Jeremy Pena. Fans another, and that's three straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now three in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
2-2.
Well, this is the type of hitter you want up in this situation. Some sluggers coming up behind him. He's so good at moving runners, but also getting on base. See if he can be patient here.
Fair ball.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
So man aboard, and now Ronald Acuna Jr. brings it in, and that is that. One hit. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. Righty delivers. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Verdugo gets under it. Puts it away for the out. Lau at the plate.
Here's someone, historically speaking, that prefers day games over night games. So I'm excited to see what he does in this one.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
Line drive, base hit. Lau around second, heading for third. The throw in, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Back-to-back singles. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now, Willy Adames. Here's the throw to the plate. Now a dive for the tag, and he gets him. But one run is in to score. And up next for the Giants, Elliot Ramos. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they don't get the out. First and second, 2 outs. Ferrara and Encarnacion, the next Giant to hit. There's a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Outside low. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Back here at Oracle Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Marcell Ozuna. On the ground, right side, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it.
Crazy. Chapman over to first in time. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Matt Olson next up for the Braves. And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of the NLDS. Swings and misses, struck him out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. And here is Matt Chapman. Fought off foul. And that one is lifted in the air. Verdugo sizing this one up. And out number 1 on the grab. Mike Yastrzemski now at the plate. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases.
he went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where he could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Hit in the air, center field. Harris has a beat on him. Makes the grab for the second out. Now the catcher up to hit, Patrick Bailey. The 1-1. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
High fly ball down the left field line. That is the inning. Foul ball there. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That one back there. And brings it in at the wall. Here's Alex Verdugo. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him swinging. Game 1 of the division series. Now it's the second baseman, Brandon Lowe. Next offering is fouled back. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Murphy fires to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Oh, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Action in the pen down there. Pierce Johnson getting ready to go. Lee, the lefty, warming up as well. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Next to hit, Willie Adames. Harris after it. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And up next for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. That one missed. Ferrar Encarnacion in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. In the air to left center, Harris on his way over. He's got it, and that's the inning. And we're back, all set for the top of the 6th. Here's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald. And a big swing and a miss.
This game has been so tight, it feels like the next team to score will win it.
And a swing and a miss. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs. In that location, hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Acuna now. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. The relay throw. He's in there.
Punched that ball down the opposite field line. Just barely able to keep it fair. But once it dropped in, he was off and racing for the triple. A chance now to take the lead. And at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
With the go-ahead run at third here in Game 1 of the NLDS. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
That's a base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1. 2 outs. Runner on first. Now in for the Braves, Matt Olson. The 1-1 is fouled off. Riley, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that misses. And it's 2-2.
2-2.
Just missed.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And he chases that one. And he adds another strikeout to the pile. 14 now. So one. Pierce Johnson gets the ball now.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
The Braves bullpen has some activity. Aaron Bummer getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Iglesias warming up as well. Swing and a miss as he was late. Check swing, and he held up.
That pitch wasn't even close, and they still got a check swing out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment and make it fast.
Base hit center field. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
First and second, no outs. Stepping in, Mike Yastrzemski. Base hit right field. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one.
Nathaniel low. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Wilmer Flores.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boo. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
On the ground to the left. Base hit, 1 run is in. It's in and out of his glove. The second run scores. And he's into second with nobody out.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
And digging in for San Francisco, Patrick Bailey. And that is out of play.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And there's one down. Brandon Lowe, the next Giant to hit. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Riley settles under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there, and I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated.
Bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base. Willy Adames, the next Giant to hit. Swing and a ball line to center. And that is the third out of the inning. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Logan Webb won't go any further, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Missed with a changeup, and that's ball two. With a single base runner because of all the swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And next for Atlanta, Alex Verdugo. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. And it's off the wall. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Cut off, throw to third. Save! And the go-ahead runs at third.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing.
Here comes the manager out of the digging in, Jeremy Pena. And here's a slow roller, Chapman. Throws to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Tyler. And that's the third out. But they do get on the board in the inning on this run-scoring triple. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Now we see Raisel Iglesias out of the bullpen.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton. All these jobs. Simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, man. It's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been.
Now this ball splits the gap in right center. Now around second, going for third. The relay, tag, ow! They cut down the go-ahead run at third.
Hey, I know triples are rare and guys like to get them when you can, but this isn't the time to pad your stats. You've got to pull up, keep yourself in scoring position, give your team an opportunity to drive in that go-ahead run.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 1. Lined, and that's a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And there's 2 away. And now, Mike Yastrzemski. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Lifted in the air, out to left. Verdugo ranging after it. Makes the grab, and that is that. Back here in San Francisco, ready to begin the 8th. Now in for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Boog, if you can set up a good two-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
One down, base is empty. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Home half of inning number 8. Aaron Bummer comes on now. Bummer deals. That was the sweeper, but it missed. That's out to center field. Hauls it in for the out.
Great swing of the bat right there. Trying to get on as that go-ahead run. He just wasn't able to find a hole.
Patrick Bailey will hit next. And that's outside. All tied up here in Game 1 of the NLDS. Next pitch is outside.
Right through there for a strike. 3-1 count. Saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get-me-over breaking ball to bring the count full.
In the air, left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Now it's the second baseman, Brandon Lowe.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
On the corner for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. And he walked him.
Take your base. Ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Inside. And the count 2-1.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. So now 2 on and 2 outs. And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base. Willy Adames to the plate now in a high leverage spot. And it's fouled off.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Harris pulls it in on the run. Giants leave a couple. We go to the 9th, and now Matt Olson up to hit. On the ground, right side, Loud. Throws to first in time, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. Got him! He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Just missed.
3-1.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
Full count.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Alex Verdugo next up for the Braves. Manager out of the dugout. With the go-ahead run at first here in the late stages of game one. And a swing and a miss there.
1-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Daysbel Hernandez. In there at the knees. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Joe Jimenez getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Not close with that one, and the count is 2-2. Now he breaks his bat. Pena on the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Verdugo flashes the leather on the running catch. Now it's Matt Chapman trying to send this extra innings. Swings through it for the K. That's the third out, and we're back here at Oracle Park. We're in extras here. Now it's the shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
That's at the ball.
Another 1-2. Line drive, that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Nice job of driving that pitch. It's the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field. And
here comes a skipper. Now, Tyler Fitzgerald. Close but called a ball. And it's 2-1.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
2-2 now. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Acuna, the next to hit. And that's in for a strike. It's 2-2.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Outside low, and now 3-2. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Runner around third on his way to the plate. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 4-3. One down, runner at first. Marcell Ozuna. Next up for the Braves, Adames. Over to Lau, and that's 2. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And here's the closer to try and finish off game one, Joe Jimenez.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
In the air, right field. Acuna after it. Makes the grab, one down. And now it's Wilmer Flores. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Look out, that ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
The 2-1. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. He's under it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves take game 1 on the road. So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one in 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?